are bereft with avoidable accidents, fatalities, diseases due to lack of safety awareness or low level of compliance with stipulated health, safety, security, and environmental standards and best practices. These challenges, which could be moral, economic, and legal, pose significant human, social, and economic costs to individuals affected and the organizations and country at large. Some of these are challenges to mention, but few can be summarized as follows: inadequate commitment from public and private sectors to implement the existing regulations, significant occupational safety and health in the work environment, lack of occupational safety and affected and the organizations and country to safety culture, and some of these standards by organizations and employees. Inadequate policies and regulations to cover all sectors in the formal and informal sectors. Our opportunities after all these challenges, like lack of political will to implement existing policy, occupational safety and health, and pass into law the OSH bill, which will enhance the technical framework of occupational safety and health in Nigeria. Most of the opportunities that we have achieved so far is the importance of occupational safety and health in an emerging economy like Nigeria, which cannot be overemphasized. This is a huge flow of foreign direct investment, FDI, into emerging economics, leading to the development of infrastructure projects. Therefore, the magnitude of complexity of development of infrastructural projects in workplaces required to drive economic growth makes it imperative for such economy to more focus and take seriously occupational safety and health to sustain economic growth. The opportunities that may arise from improving the national strategies for an effective adherence to safety standards and regulations are both humanitarian, economic, and developmental. Briefly, this will be included but not limited to protection of lives and property, which will enhance and promote good governance. It will motivate foreign and local investors where there is sustainability of safety and health in the workplace. So what we're saying in essence is that apart from saving lives, we can also make so much money for the economy. Our responsibilities and practical steps already taken to improve safety culture in Nigeria. The greatest challenges of an emerging economy with huge working population include low literacy rates and abysmal awareness of occupational safety, health, and various standards. There is a general attitude of acceptance of injuries and accidents in the workplace and the society at large as part of life. But this notion cannot be acceptable. Therefore, in line with Chapter 3 of the Revised National Policy on Occupational Safety and Health 2020, this association has been in the forefront of advocacy, prevention, promotion, and support for improved safety and health standards through various activities, which include, but not limited to, robust creation of awareness of occupational safety and health in the public and private sectors, professional training of individuals at the top, middle level categories, and satisfying them on various programs of occupational safety and health in line with international best practices. Assisting the MDs and private institutions in developing occupational safety and health policies in line with the operations to ensure safety knowledge of their workforce. Encouraging international best practices by exposing our individual members and corporate organizations to participate in our international events via conferences, Zoom, workshops, and seminars. To ensure top management involvement in health and safety, security, and environment in the work-private sectors. The association has also increased the participation of top executives through our interactive safety learning exposures and fellow membership institutions. The association has been involved in the building of occupational safety and health consciousness and attitude within the industry and the general public. Part of also what we have done presently is driving the National Advocacy Project 2020 to 2023, involving over 55 NGOs, corporate entities, and right now we've trained over 200 members of these NGOs. Traditional rulers, international organizations, private individuals from the formal and informal sectors for the purpose of achieving realistic safety intervention projects that will help in saving lives and enhancing safety culture of Nigerians at large. May I also crave your indulgence to remind the honorable members of this committee that the Occupational Safety and Health Association Nigeria region is currently saddled with the responsibility of advancing the techniques and strategies of achieving zero tolerance for accidents, fatalities, deaths in workplaces in Nigeria. In conclusion, in an emerging economy like ours, compared to highly developed countries, existing regulatory and compliance mechanisms are not so stringent. We count on the support of the Honorable Speaker and these honorable members of this committee, of this House, to indeed, all the members and also House representatives, of course, the visionary members of this committee on safety standards, regulations to drive this process in line with international best practices. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Which is enshrined in Article 23 of the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, 1948. The right was reaffirmed in Article 7 of the United Nations International Convention on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights of 1976. Overview. Occupational safety is basically promoting safety and health standards, saving lives through preventive strategies. But in Nigeria, the risk factor, that is combination of the likelihood of an occurrence of hazardous events and severity of injury or damage to health of people caused by the event, is extremely high. Records show that of the world's 2.7 billion workers, about 2 million deaths are attributed to occupational diseases, injuries, and fatalities. Challenges. Health, safety, and environment are enablers of economic development. All the three aspects of businesses are measured by their negative impact on people, assets, and environment. The damages are acute in the area of safety, chronic in the area of occupational health, and persistent in the case of the environment. While the impact of safety is felt immediately, the effect of occupational health-related diseases affect over generations. In Nigeria, several workplaces in both the public and private sectors, it is organized on common private sectors and unorganized informal private sectors, are bereft with avoidable accidents, fatalities, diseases due to lack of safety awareness or low level of compliance with stipulated health, safety, security, and environmental standards based practices. These challenges, which could be moral, economic, and legal, pose significant human, social, and economic costs to individuals affected and the organizations and country at large. Some of these are challenges to mention, but few can be summarized as follows: inadequate commitment from public and private sectors to implement the existing regulations on occupational safety and health in the work environment, lack of occupational safety and health awareness and advocacy, poor attitude to safety culture and compliance to standards by organizations and employees, inadequate policies and regulations to cover all sectors in the formal and informal sectors. Our opportunities after all these challenges, like lack of political will to implement existing policy, occupational safety and health, and pass into law the OSH bill, which will enhance the technical framework of occupational safety and health in Nigeria. Most of the opportunities that we have achieved so far is the importance of occupational safety and health in an emerging economy like Nigeria, which cannot be overemphasized. There is a huge flow of foreign direct investment, FDI, into emerging economics, leading to the development of infrastructure projects. Therefore, the magnitude of complexity of development of infrastructure projects in workplaces required to drive economic growth makes it imperative for such economy to focus and take seriously occupational safety and health to sustain economic growth. The opportunities that may arise from improving the national strategies for an effective adherence to safety standards and regulations are both humanitarian, economic, and developmental. Briefly, this will be included but not limited to protection of lives and property, which will enhance and promote good governance. It will motivate foreign and local investors where there is sustainability of safety and health in the workplace. So what we're saying in essence is that apart from saving lives, we can also make so much money for the economy. Our responsibilities and practical steps already taken to improve safety culture in Nigeria. The greatest challenges of an emerging economy with huge working population include low literacy rates and abysmal awareness of occupational safety, health, and various standards. There is a general attitude of acceptance of injuries and accidents in the workplace and the society at large as part of life. But this notion cannot be acceptable. Therefore, in line with Chapter 3 of the Revised National Policy on Occupational Safety and Health 2020, this association has been in the forefront of advocacy, prevention, promotion, and support for improved safety and health standards through various activities, which include, but not limited to, robust creation of awareness of occupational safety and health in the public and private sectors, professional training of individuals at the top, middle level categories, and satisfying them on various programs of occupational safety and health in line with international best practices. Assisting the MDs and private institutions in developing occupational safety and health policies in line with their operations to ensure safety knowledge of their workforce. Encouraging international best practices by exposing our individual members and corporate organizations to participate in our international events via conferences, Zoom, workshops, and seminars. To ensure top management involvement in health and safety, security, and environment in the work private sectors. The association has also increased the participation of top executives through our interactive safety learning exposures and fellow membership institutions. The association has been involved in the building of occupational safety and health consciousness and attitude within the industry and the general public. Part of also what we have done presently is driving the National Advocacy Project 2020 to 2023, involving over 55 NGOs, corporate entities, and right now, over 200 members of these NGOs. Traditional rulers, international organizations, private individuals from the formal and informal sectors for the purpose of achieving realistic safety intervention projects that will help in saving lives and enhancing safety. To remind members of this committee that the Occupational Safety and Health Association Nigeria region is currently saddled with the responsibility of advancing the techniques and strategies of achieving zero tolerance for accidents, fatalities, deaths in workplaces in Nigeria. In conclusion, in an emerging economy like ours, compared to highly developed countries, existing regulatory and compliance mechanisms are not so stringent. We count on the support of the Honorable Speaker and these honorable members of this committee, of this House, to indeed, all the members and also House representatives, of course, the visionary members of this committee on safety standards, regulations to drive this process in line with international practices. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to December edition of OSH Association Members Monthly Meeting. I welcome all of you today. Thank you for being around out of your busy schedules and so many meetings that you must have fixed today, but you still find it, give it a little time to be here in this meeting today. Thank you, everyone, and welcome. As you can see, it's already past 5, and while we expect others to join us, we are going to be running through this meeting as fast as possible to ensure that we use the minimum time frame that we can be able to use to get the best result and then achieve an optimum result from A to D. And I welcome all of us, the fellows, the full members, and all other members, our directors, and people from different agencies, ministries, and departments that are gathered here today. It's always a wonderful time to be here. And I'm sure that today we are going to be learning a lot, and we are going to be gaining a lot as well, even as we go ahead with the discussion of the day. My name is Justin Adoga, and I'm going to be the moderator of this meeting for today to ensure that we get everything coordinated and enjoy the best of it. And I welcome all of you one more time. Please stay in this meeting and enjoy the best of it. Why? Before we continue we go on to the next thing, I want us to just make sure if you are not talking, if you are not saying anything, keep your microphone muted to ensure that you don't distract the person that is speaking. And if you have anything in the process of the meeting where you are asked to speak, please, you just raise up your hand, your electronic hand, and you will be called upon to speak and to make any submission that is necessary to be made. Thank you very much, everybody, and welcome to today's meeting. I hope we can all hear me. Let it not be that I'm talking to myself. Please, if we can all hear me, can you just make an affirmation?
Yeah, we are with you. We are with
Yes,
you.
we can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. Okay, so not to waste much of the time because we have a limited time frame for this meeting. And just as I said earlier, I want to make very good use of it to ensure the limited time we have, we get the best out of it, and we don't regret the little time we spend in this meeting today. As we all know, this is December and it's a rush hour full of several activities, and to ensure that we all meet up with several meetings and various events that we need to meet up with. So thank you very much. I want to welcome us into the introduction of members. This session, we are going to have one of our very own, the Chief of Staff to the Regional Administrator, FOSHA Association UK Nigeria Region, is going to be addressing us and take this session within just few minutes to introduce and welcome members to this meeting. So Chief of Staff, you can unmute yourself and go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. I welcome everybody, especially to this meeting, as it is obvious that it's the last meeting for the year. You are all welcome. Our distinguished fellows who are in the meeting, you are welcome. Our members, new inductees, you are all welcome to today's meeting. From my attendance here, I can see some distinguished fellows. The country regional administrator is here with us. Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Walaka is also here with us. Dr. Chris Michel from Port Harcourt is here. The St. Jane also, Mary Jane is here. You are welcome, S. Williams for Belgium, the distinguished fellow and an executive member from Belgium, FOSHA Association, Belgium region. You are all welcome. The chairman of Lagos State chapter, Engineer Laolu Guti, and see you, you are welcome. So many other persons are all here. You are all welcome. You are welcome to today's meeting, and we are wishing you a peaceful deliberation, and we'll achieve the aim and ensure that safety is what we are up to, and we are going to make sure that everyone is safe by the virtue of the information that we get, that we are going to share to ensure we save life and also reduce fatalities. Thank you all. You are all welcome to today's meeting.
All right, thank you very much, Chief of Staff, for that that brief welcoming. It's a sign that we are all welcome home. Just as he has said, we have several persons, both the international bodies and national and state. From the state level, we have people represented well in this meeting, and might not be able to mention everybody as he said, but we will be able to get in line and to hear from them as time goes on. Thank you, William. We'll get to hear from her later on because she's one of our partners. She's one of our very own person that ensures that everything goes on well. But definitely, I know she's going to speak to us later on as we go on in this meeting. So thank you for joining us, especially. All right, this moment, I want to welcome my regional administrator is going to take the welcome address in few minutes. My regional administrator, up and doing and always effective, Dr. Aliyu Ibrahim. I welcome you. Please, if you can hear me, sir, Dr. Aliyu, you can put on your microphone and speak to us, sir.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. Very good evening once more, family and the society. That is our own organization. This session will welcome special people who are just inducted. They are inducted as members, full members, fellows, and corporate members. They are all welcome in the home of safety and integrity. As we all know, this session, the last month of the year, we also have this. And this session will involve an overview sometimes, an assessment of the organization and programs that throughout the year, we're going to also review them. It will also provide an opportunity to reflect on the assessment challenges, lessons learned as well. As we all know, this association is an professional body that specializes in standard, no doubt about that, support, development, and connecting members as well for resources, events, training programs, and as well as improving occupational safety and health, a workplace, and at the same time in the given environment. Notwithstanding, the OSH mandate, as we know, what we can say again, and now we're here today, the OSH mandate in the year of 2024 is to promote this work for all globally and to promote opportunity as well. Furthermore, MDAs are not left behind. Ministries and parastatals are also involved. Companies, organizations, well articulated are also involved, and general workforce. That is the well-meaning individual for productive work. That's our aim and objectives. But in the basis of what? Freedom, equity, security, and above all, human dignity. So what we have today, we have to note that we have a kind of rapport, and we have important aspects, and therefore, where members are going to be adhered to. For example, adhering people.
Because of the way the spiritual there.
Hello? Are you with me? Sorry, it's breaking.
Please unmute yourself, please. Doctor, you can continue, sir. Sorry.
Sorry. For this year alone, we have a kind of articulated program where we have to also decentralize to states, cut across local governments, where we enjoy new members and old members, fellows, and all of us to be an ambassador to operational health and safety. We also note that to be a member, you also have a kind of role to play. And therefore, at the international level, national level, we have three main categories or three main focus. Example, we concentrate on people, and where people are, they expect a lot of things. Under that, adhering to public policy with regard to collaboration and advocacy and awareness are paramount. Therefore, also the inspiration of exhibiting what galaxy of talents that we have in association, well-meaning Nigerians and others, have to meet up. It will enable us to accomplish our mission all together. We will not also shy away, but we'll come back together to build synergies across all segments of society in Nigeria and world at large. So therefore, I urge you people today in this fruitful organization, all OSH registered members, both new and old, through existing structure, are to serve as society representatives, where each and every mandate of OSH should be penetrated and should be heard. We will not also lay on our hands implementation of the process, because we cannot allow the process to be damaged. We are going to strengthen ourselves in terms of process. Procedures of implementation of the membership will be on focus. Police 2024-26 strategy plan, which will essentially set a motion to our onward transformation journey. Hello, members of this association, great association. I want to urge ourselves to make sure that collaborations and advocacy, trainings and membership will be what? All state focus. It depends on each and every one of us method. But priority of OSH association is that each and every type of safety method should get across board. I think with this, I wish each and every one of us a fruitful discussion. I wish each and every one of us a fruitful deliberations to where OSH we see a new dim above. So therefore, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Aliyu, the Regional Administrator, Nigeria Region, OSH Association. Thank you very much for that brief welcoming address. All right, right away, we want to move to the next session, which is goodwill messages and address from our fellows that are in the house. With these modalities, I want us to identify ourselves. If you are a fellow, just raise up your hand and you will be called upon to make your goodwill message before we move on. Because I know OSH Association has inducted a lot of persons, and by our device name, we might not be able to recognize you and call you. So please just pardon us and raise up your hand and you'll be called to make your goodwill presentation. And also to inform you why I'm expecting you to raise up your hand, I want to also let us know that this meeting is also available on YouTube. This Zoom link can only accommodate 100 participants, and you just ensure you stay connected, because if you are logged out, you might not be able to gain access again once participant has gone above 100. So you have to join the alternative meeting platform, which is YouTube. So it's also available in that way. The link will be shared here in the comment section shortly. Thank you very much. So is there anybody here? Okay, while we are waiting for others to come in to indicate themselves, please, I want to welcome our Executive Director, Africa and Middle East region. He's going to give us a brief goodwill message, Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Uwalaka. And after the presentation, every other person will also give their own too. So Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Uwalaka, please, you are welcome, sir. You can unmute yourself and speak to us.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Justin, for that wonderful meeting. On behalf of the international team, I want to welcome the Nigerian region to this wonderful session and monthly meeting. You know, actually, presently I'm in the middle of 2 meetings, but I just still find it very, very important to be in this meeting because, to start with, I'm a Nigerian. Despite I'm not in the country at the moment, but I'm still a Nigerian and I'm still a Nigerian member of the association. So, and by the virtue of my new office, I want to assure Nigeria that we're on course. And I want to congratulate Nigerian region for the just concluded 13th International Safety in Nigeria so far as health and safety is concerned. Very educative and very loaded with a whole lot of government participation. moving forward. Each track. I shared my leader. We have a couple of them here. We have from Ghana, we have from Belgium, Europe, in the person of S. Williams, Mr. Richmond, to join here because for the region. So we are here to cheer you up. And with the new also administrator, it's very clear that health and safety in Africa, Nigeria is going to champion a course on it. It's very, very clear. And with the new moves, we are also planning ahead to support the African continent with a proactive intervention projects, proactive intervention systems, education, training, and so many other plans in the motion. I guess that before the end of 2024, we'll be able to start seeing a positive effect of this great institution in the society. So at this point, I want to welcome you all. I send you greetings from United Kingdom, where I am currently, and also greetings from other African nations who I'm representing at this moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, our ED engineer, Dr. Emmanuel Uwalaka. Thank you very much for remembering us and letting us know that you are still in Nigeria, even though you are representing the international community as well in Nigeria. Thank you very much. I wouldn't fail to acknowledge that this meeting cannot hold without the presence of our president, the regional president, His Royal Highness Olusegun Aderemi. I'm trying to look out, but he's not in the meeting yet. But subsequently, I'm sure he's going to join us as usual. He's going to give us one or two messages on there. So thank you very much. And then every other person that is available in the house, I'm sure we're going to get to hear from you today. All right. Someone is raising up and Rabiu Adamu. Please, you can go ahead and make your goodwill message, sir.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hello. Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. My name once again is Rabiu Eski Adamu, a fellow of the Occupational Safety and Health Association, just recently conferred with the highest position of a fellow. I would like to first and foremost congratulate all our colleagues who are inducted on that day. And I will also thank the coordinators of the entire induction that day, starting from His Royal Highness, Olusegun Aderemi, who is the leader of all of us, followed by Dr. Aliyu, who is the regional head. I think it was a wonderful function, and we are proud to be part of OSHA right now, and we will try as much as possible to do whatever we can to move it forward from where it is right now. And I'm also delighted to hear that we have, I think you call him a regional head, who is in the UK. He made a wonderful presentation that day, and I like the way he's very blunt in the way he spoke that day. He was quite interesting. And I'm also wishing him very well. One point I would like to raise here is the issue of advocacy and the also issue of sensitization for people to know what is going on. Sometime last year in 2022, there's a letter coming from the head of the service mandating, it's mandating all the ministries, departments, and agencies to create a desk for safety. But as we are today, I'm sure if I'm going to give a percentage out of a one up to 100, I don't think up to 20 or 30% of people are complying. So I think this is something that all of us should join hands together to make sure that all ministries, departments, and agencies are complying. And the easiest way for us to do is for each and every one of us to try to make sure that this thing moves in his own office. Wherever you are as a staff, you should try to make sure that a desk is created so that people will be aware. Safety is very, very important. Everywhere we are, we see the issue of safety in the mosque, in the church, while we are driving, while we are in the hospital, anywhere we are, there are issue of safety. And if we put our eyes onto this issue of safety, a lot of lives will be saved. So on this note, I would like to thank you once again for the opportunity and wish us a very best of deliberation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rabiu SK Adamu. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate that. And that is going to be looked into. Thank you very much. I want to call on Comfort Eto to make a goodwill message. You can unmute yourself, man.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, man.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm so happy to join this last meeting of OSHA 2023. And I'm so happy that I belong to this group of safety professionals. And I'm happy with the OSHA for touching lives when it comes to safety. I really enjoyed the last conference that we had in Abuja. We had a good attendance, and I know that the message of safety, using us as ambassadors to reach every corner of Nigeria, wherever we are, we're supposed to be safety ambassadors, and that this message will reach every part of Nigeria so that we can have a safe environment, safe place of work, safe school, and everything should be done in safety. So I want to say kudos to every member of OSHA for taking safety and for leading in the preaching of safety in Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you. And I wish each and every one of us a prosperous 2024 and a happy new year in advance.
Thank you very much, Comfort. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. All right, let's hear from Engineer Laolu Oguntuyi. He's the chairman of Lagos State Chapter Association. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. You are welcome to today's meeting. I'm bringing good tidings from Lagos State Chapter. First of all, on behalf of Lagos State Chapter, I congratulate our newly appointed Regional Administrator, Dr. Aliyu, and then the Executive Director Engineer, Dr. Walaka. God will bestow on the two of you divine wisdom for you to excel in your new assignment. As every one of us knows, Christmas is time for positive emotions. However, it is also time for increased health and safety hazards. So all of us, we have to be very careful. We need to take care of ourselves. When you don't need, especially in our various zones, we don't need to overload the circuit or extension cord or electrical socket because of fire. And then for our women, never leave your cooking or baking unattended to. So let us celebrate small and don't drink and drive. Wishing you all good health and safety now and always. Then the issue of the Lagos State government, I think I know is one of the government that has got the desk officers for the Lagos State government has put in their scheme of service the health and safety cadres. So because somebody asked question, but Lagos State government is championing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that admonition and for that advice. We really appreciate. Thank you very much. Okay, so quickly, I want to hear from Ebere Erugo. Please go ahead and make your goodwill message.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I want to say a very big thank you to God first for keeping every one of us to see this last meeting for the year 2023. I also want to appreciate the Executive Director for Ushers Association Africa and Middle East region, Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Owalaka. I also want to appreciate the Regional Administrator, Olusegun Aderemi. I appreciate all of you, and I would like to
Original
also
president.
appreciate my original president, my instructors. I will never forget them, Dr. Chris and Elsie Williams. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everybody in this meeting. This is indeed a great family. I want to say a very special welcome to the new members. And one thing I will tell you is this: you will never regret being here. And since you have joined, you will see and enjoy what we are enjoying, and also be a senior advocate of this great association. Thank you, everyone, for allowing us ourselves to be used to promote ushers in 2023. And I wish you all the best. Merry Christmas in advance and a glorious happy 2024. 2024, just like our president has told us, it is going to be a great year where so many things new will be put in place. Thank you so much. I love you all.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Yes, I'm going over the comment section. There are so many good ways coming in from several persons. There are people that I just didn't want to call because we are going to be hearing from them later. Someone like Dr. Chris Mitchell is going to be speaking to us, so I'm sure he will use one stone to kill two birds in the process. So we'll hear from him better that time. Our international friend is also here in our midst, just as I said, and she will always want to say one or two things to us. So let me just give her just a few minutes, and then we'll move on to the next session. Just 30 seconds. S. Williams, can you just go ahead and give us a good message, and then we'll proceed. We love you, and we're always happy to have you around. Thank you. It seems you are muted. We can't hear you.
I said I love you all too. Thank you very much, Justin. And thank you for the Nigerian office to make these monthly meetings for the national members also and international members. I think that is a very important thing to keep being vigilant, because as I spoke to Dr. Chris earlier today, it is not a competition. It is not, I know better than you, you know less than me. It's a collective effort to make everything for everybody safer. It's not a competition, it's a collaboration. And in this way, with these meetings are so majorly important to share knowledge and to make discussions happen. So I am very, very happy that the Nigerian office organizes this every month. This is really valuable. Now, the topic of today is something that is very near to me, because if it wasn't for scam artists, I would have never come to Nigeria and I would have never fallen in love with Nigeria. But it is not about the topic is not only about the practical side, the monetary side, but also the mental state you get in. That all makes up for social safety and security. So I would really want you to listen well, especially being in Nigeria, with people throwing around their personal accounts and so on internet, to Dr. Chris today. And please keep sharing, keep discussing, keep coming to these meetings. This is so helpful for your country and for the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Williams. Thank you for giving us that update. And thank you for loving Nigeria and loving us as a people as well. God bless you. All right, I see Engineer Dr. Emmanuel. Your hand is raised up. You can go ahead, sir.
No, I'm only clapping for my leader. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm looking around to see if the president has come in, but we are still expecting him. While we are expecting him, I know he will join us anytime shortly to be able to give us updates on his own side as well. But at this moment, I wouldn't want us to waste much of our time, but we can just go directly to the training of today to ensure that we save time and as well we get the best from this meeting, just as I said earlier. So our training today is going to be on social network security, enhancing your online safety. Is something that is very, very essential to people at every level, both low and high. Social network security rather, is something that cannot be neglected, even when we talk about security of lives and property. And the person that is going to be taking us in this training today, in few minutes, is going to be Dr. Chris Michel Osazua. Is a fellow of FOSHA Association, and he has been very, very effective when it comes to training and impartation. And I'm sure we are going to get the best out of him today, even as he dish this into us. Thank you very much, everybody. As we sit back, and I leave the podium for Dr. Chris Mitchell to take over. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you, a very good friend, the head of ICT. Thank you. I hope you will allow me to share my screen, if it's okay by you guys.
Yes, it's fine. We are enabled.
Okay, thank you. Can you all see my screen? Just tell me a yes or a no.
Yes,
That'll be
the
fine.
screen is clear. Very beautiful.
It's clear. Okay. All right. Secondly, I hope you don't mind if I can take off my video so that network, I will not have any network challenge of any kind. You know, is that okay by us, please?
No problem. You can take off the video.
Yes, that's fine. Good.
Thank you. Sorry, trying to mute my video. Okay, can you guys still hear me, right?
Okay, can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. In the next few minutes, I want to thank everybody for coming to today's month-end meeting. I want to also assume it's the last for the year. We give God thanks for our last conference. It was quite well attended. I saw one of our distinguished fellow, Mr. Rabiu, making his remarks. You know, and I'm glad that you are happy you are part of this big family, this big association. I want to also appreciate, I don't know if our regional president is in the house. I want to appreciate his leadership, and, you know, also thank God for him coming again as, you know, in the second tenure. And we hope that this second tenure will do much more than what we achieved in the last 3 years. Our very good own friend, brother, Engineer Dr. Walaka, a former regional administrator, now the African and Middle East director. I'm glad you're in the house. Good to have you here. You're welcome. And every other distinguished fellow across the country that you have come in here to share ideas, exchange ideas and bring solutions to the teeming challenges of our country, of safety issues across the country and the globe. I welcome everybody. Every other person on this platform, you are all special, and I welcome you. In the next few minutes, I'll be talking about social network security and how you can enhance your own online safety, your own safety. What will you do? How will it help you? You know, we're talking about this. Social network security, like you all know, is a critical concern, just like what Justin said. The critical concern in this era, the age we live in now. There's so much widespread of usage of social media across the country, and it's good with the advent and involvement of internet. We are all happy to communicate, ease of business, ease of communication. People you cannot ordinarily, chat with, talk with. With the internet, you are able to reach out to them. You are able to have conversation with them. You are able to, mingle with them and share your ideas. So the benefits are enormous. It has good benefit. You can see other culture, other people. You can even reach out to the people you've never met before all your life. All these are the beautiful part of the social media, being in place. But then it also comes with some very, 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 very serious challenges, which I want us to critically begin to look at today. Now, one of the major challenges, I just have about 12 slides, so I'm showing in the next 25, now within 25 minutes time. One of the major challenge is the issue of account compromise. And I'm very sure everybody in this house here, everybody here, you have a Facebook account. Can I hear yes? Can I have a witness in the house? Am I right? 80% of us have Facebook accounts. Am I correct?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I'm sure you have Twitter, you have Snapchat, you have Instagram, you have WhatsApp, you have even the Zoom. These are all part of the social network security we're talking about. They're all part of the social network, applications that we all use. They are beautiful, they are good, but incidentally, they also come with their own little challenges that if we don't begin to look at them critically, its impact, its negative impact, can have some very, very, very serious effects. Okay. Now, the first one is account compromise. Most very common challenge, account compromise. You say, oh, I was in WhatsApp, they just hacked my accounts now. They just hacked my Facebook accounts now. All these hackers, what they want to do, they want to gain unauthorized access. I would appreciate if we all mute our mic. That would be very good. Please mute your mics, please. Thank you. I'm sure maybe one or two of us would have been able. Admin, can you mute everybody, please? Thank you. I'm sure one or two of us have had opportunity or have had the wicked or the sad opportunity of our account being hacked. Now you ask yourself, why would somebody want to hack my account? For obvious reasons. They want to steal your personal information. Before you enter Facebook, I'm sure you wrote your first name, your middle name, and your last name. I'm sure if you enter Facebook, you wrote your date of birth. I'm sure some of them, there's certain account that will ask for one or two other personal, your email. They'll ask for your emails and all that. All this you were able to give to those platforms. Now, Facebook as an account, as a platform, they also share your information with some third-party people. Third-party like people that wants to do advertisement, they harness your information. That is why have you observed that if you read about safety, maybe on your Google News, first 2-3 days, by the 4th or 5th day, you'll be surprised that you start seeing news only about safety. Why? The AI, that is the artificial intelligence part of the system, has been able to understand your likes, what you like doing, what you like reading. Now, with that understanding, it now creates a platform of what you actually like, and that's what they dish out to you. Admin, help us. Can you help us to move this device, please? Thank you. Help us move the device. Thank you. Now, so, and admin, whoever is admitting people, please be doing that. I've been the one admitting guys all this while. Help us do the admission. Admit people so that I can flow that. Thank you. Okay. Now, they want to steal your information. Some of them, they go as far as posting malicious content about you. Some go as far as taking your personal information. Do you know if I have your BVN, if I have your full name, if I have your middle name, if I have certain accounts, information about you from your Facebook or your Instagram or your Snapchat, is enough to cause so much havoc to your entire life. I'll share a brief story with you. A woman, one way or the other, we tried to counsel, but it did not end well. What happened? Along the line, the husband had a job, rigged job. He traveled out of the country for 1 year. And for that 1 year, a lot happened. Loneliness setting, some funny things setting. And one way or the other, she goes to gym, with her friends. From gym, she met good friends, good guys, some guys that they prey on her emotion, manipulating her emotion, know that this man, let's say she goes small change. The husband is not around. Before you know it, one thing led to the other. They formed, we love this Mother, I love you. How are you? How are the kids doing? They show some kind of concern, some kind of love, some kind of, you know, the essence to manipulate her emotions. And at the end of the day, she fell for the guy and they had it. It went on for a period of 1 month, you know, and not too long, the husband came back and she said, young man, this thing we are doing, we cannot continue anymore. But guess what happened? The guy just woke up one day. She just saw an SMS on her WhatsApp. I need 500,000. I have some business to do. She said, what? I don't have that kind of money to give you. She said, you have to look for the money and give me. If you don't give me, I will send some of our photos. She said, photo? When did I take photo with you? When did that happen? To her surprise, the guy sent like 2 photos to her when they were together. She was shocked. Ha! If my husband see this, I'm in trouble. What happens to me? My marriage is gone. But this is that, you know. The guy kept on milking this woman over the years. It got to a point, all her savings was gone. Emotionally, she was drained. She wasn't herself anymore. She had challenge even managing and putting up with the husband. This man kept on saying she's always depressed, always in a sad mood. And she could not open up to the husband. The sad news is that she couldn't pay up anymore. She took her life. That was a sad one. Very sad. It just started from one simple mistake somewhere. Another major issue, challenge you should be looking out for is phishing. I think help us.
Please, does it mean that admin cannot mute everybody?
Okay. Can you take off that person, take off that particular individual? We should try as much as possible to create some level of sanity. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, the second challenge you're going to have again is phishing. Social networks can be used as a platform for lots of phishing attacks. You know, people create fake profiles. They create fake Facebook pages. You know, some can come in. They may look so legitimate to trick you into giving out their personal information, and the entire link is just for fun. Sometimes you're just trying to. So some of you, if you have some of this software, you read your Quran in the morning or your Bible in the morning, you just see some kind of pop-up message just come. Oh, buy this. This is very cheap. This is very that. Some very funny, beautiful items. And they come like so genuine. Those things, once you click any of them, sometimes you might succeed. You may end up, you may be Konga, maybe Jumia, and all the rest of them. But some of them, they are not actually as legitimate as you think. When you click them, it takes you to another platform. And once you mistakenly put your ATM details to buy XYZ, either they will tell you, no, sorry, you could not pay for this thing. You try again. Already they have succeeded in collecting your ATM number, your CVV code, which is your personal code at the back of your ATM. That 3 characters at the back of your ATM, that is your personal code. That code has been collected. And before you know, you start seeing alerts from your phone just going from nowhere. I cannot tell you numbers of people that have gone through all kinds of things like that. What about issues like spam and scams? People send fake advertisement on the platform. You know, all this can lead to financial loss, and more importantly, they can help you. They can even help you. They can even help them to disseminate malware. You know, things that malware and malicious softwares. You know, that can destroy your phone. But the question is, all this they also come with some terrible kind of risk. Is this cyberbullying? Some people that have been bullied on the online or harassment. Social network can be a very good breeding ground for cyberbullying and harassment. All these pose a significant security, and psychological challenge to our individuals, to you as a person. This is very important that we should take a look at things like this. Now, one of the major risks associated with all of this social media and its impact, one is the mental health. The mental health is something else. Some of you, you can be so glued to your Facebook, to your WhatsApp, to your Instagram, or whatever it is. You are so glued to it. Gradually, it becomes an addiction. And this will affect you mentally. I know of persons that have lost their job. If you travel out of the country, I'm sure Elsie will tell you, and Malaka will tell you this. If you travel abroad, you're working abroad, you don't have access to your phone at the point you are working because your employer pays for time. So he will not want you to take that time to be playing with your phone or doing whatever. No, do not allow it. But in Nigeria, you can see somebody working maybe in the government or private sector, in a personal frame, you are filming with your phone. How many of you have noticed that even the bankers, they don't allow them to play with their phone. They don't allow their phone to be with them at the hall there where they are working. Because at that time, you are supposed to give all of your time to the people you are employed for. So it gives you some level of mental challenge. It does not only stop there. The story I just told you about, reputational damage. You saw that woman. She could not bear it anymore. She took her life. Let me shock all of you. If you post one naked, one nude picture or video through WhatsApp, I'm not even saying Facebook now, WhatsApp. Do you know how many servers that photo has passed through? You will say, no, I delete it. Let me shock you. Anything you post on WhatsApp, on Facebook, once you send and you delete later, or you delete then, but so long as you press your send button, it has gone. And maybe on the other end, the person saw it and later saw it deleted. That document is not deleted. That document is there. It's a saying that the internet does not forgive you. Have you not observed that some prominent persons, they just come into limelight, either to politics or whatever, all of a sudden, somebody's going to unheard some terrible information about them and put on the platform. Be careful what you post on the social media. Some people, if you want to know where you are at every given time, all I need to do is to go to your social, to your Facebook. I will see where you tag yourself now at Benin Airport. The next thing, now at Hotel Africana. The next thing, now at so Eatery. So in the next 2-3 days, somebody can plot your life. Somebody knows where you are at every given time. Some of us who have gone as far as taking our children to expose them to that level. And that is really dangerous. Some cases that have been handled, I'm also a security person. Some cases that have been handled one way or the other, tracing the origin of the case, we found out that it was a post, either on Facebook, that this kidnapper saw, and based on that post, you are showing off your children, you are showing off your wealth, you enter your compound, you start between about 10 cars, you enter your sitting room, you are showing off, you have your sitting room, you are exposing yourself, you are bringing danger to yourself. You are like somebody that saw a bottle labeled acid, you took the acid and you got it into your mouth. That's what you're doing. And I want to believe at the end of this class, you understand the level of the impact of what we are doing all this while. Some things you have done when you were young days ago, young ago, the internet will not forgive you. So let's be careful that some of the things associated with the internet, with the social media, is reputational damage. People can post inappropriate content on your page. Just imagine somebody like maybe a general in the house now. We have a general in the house now. I will not call his name. And this general, they know him as a first-class citizen. They know him as a straightforward, honest person. He has friends like ambassadors, like Atachi and all that. Maybe some president and all that, governors in his platform. And all of a sudden, somebody you saw somewhere in a party, in a place. Oh, how are you? How are you? Oh, this is my card. From the card, the person goes online and find out that this particular person is on Facebook. The next thing, he sends a friend request. And the general felt is a young man. He's harmless. Let me just help you. Let me accept his friendship. And one day you wake up, you see all kind of posts on your platform. People that you follow, what will happen? They'll begin to unfollow you. Oh, this general, I thought it's a neat person. I thought it's a decent person. I didn't know it's like this. That's the beginning of your problem. Data exposure. Most times, as you fill this form on Facebook to have a Facebook account, as you fill that normal form you fill, your bio data that you fill to have an email, That better than you feel to have Instagram. You are putting some personal information on social media. And all this data, guess what? All this data, they can lead to serious exposure. Oversharing this data can also result to identity theft. If all this data you are posting, if mistakenly, those attackers go through those particular the database, oh, this place is a person of interest. They could steal your information, they could gather your information, they can gather enough about you and launch serious attack on your person online. And let me shock you why you cannot catch them sometimes. The cyberspace does not have any government. The cyberspace is so vast that you can commit a crime in Nigeria against somebody in the US. How would they come and arrest you here in Nigeria? Yes, our government are working around the clock to have, like we have the NSIT, the ITT, MITSTA, all these laws, all these bodies, they are coming up every day to see how they can regularize and manage the body. But it is the challenge, it is the problem. Cybercrime is the biggest challenge of every country all over the world. So there's need for you to be able to take your security very, very serious. Privacy and data protection concerns, they are another level of aspect. The social security media is bringing in. That their platform, they often involve sharing personal information. That's why you must be careful which malicious actor can exploit this action. This is your information. Therefore, there is need for you to safeguard your privacy in the social media networks. I will show you how you can do that as we go on. And you must ensure that you as a person, you have control over this personal information. Also, the speed of misinformation or fake news on social media can negatively affect people's health mentally. It can even contribute to some level of erosion of trust on information sources. Somebody will tell you, I don't like reading Nigerian news. They are full of fake, they are full of lies. So we must be careful how some of these issues we manage them. Let us move on because of our time. Now, let's talk about privacy concerns, privacy and data protection concerns. Now, data collection. Social media, most times they collect vast user data, and they often use this as for like I told you before, for advertisement. These concerns they arise about how this data they are used, whether they actually use adequately. Abroad, you can sue people, but in Nigeria, who will you sue? Most of us belong to Jumia. We are on Konga, we are on GG. All this platform, one way or the other. Maybe you have how will I say? Maybe you have put your personal name, your middle name, and not the rest of them. Okay, am I still here? Please confirm you can hear me. Let me be sure.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
We can hear you now.
Okay.
We are hearing you.
Okay. It's quite terrible. I'm sorry. All right. Another privacy concern is data breach. Now, social media can actually have, they attract hackers. What are they looking for? Data. So there's power in data. Data can go a long way. You don't want to know how enormous, how powerful data are. In Nigeria, we don't have data. Thank God for our new government. They're trying to bring in the Minister of Economy now, of the Minister of Digital Economy. It's trying to say we can gather data properly. With the data, you can do a whole lot. Now, when these data are breached, they expose personal information and they lead to identity theft. It's user tracking. I just told you how through social media, through your WhatsApp, through your Facebook, people can trace you. They can track you. They know where you are at every given time. Any photo you post on Facebook, even if you delete them 100 times, they are still there, but you don't know. They are still there. Let's be careful what we post on the internet, because the internet will never forgive you. They don't forgive as much as possible. Users, as much as possible, we should enhance our social security issue to address all these concerns I've raised. I've talked about the risk. Now, how would you solve this problem? I would look at them as we move on. Now, how do we enhance our social network security? One of them is what? Strong and unique password. Some of us, we have gone to the point whereby we begin to use our spouse name, our spouse birthday, your first daughter birthday, your second child's name and birthday to do password. Anybody can steal that from you. Anybody can guess that. If you go, somebody goes to your Facebook account and find out that you wrote there, your first name is John, second name is Emmanuel, the last name is Samson. And they go to your Facebook page, they see one little girl, Emanuela, she looks like you. Oh, that's the daughter. They've seen the name. They saw the day, they saw how many years, how old she is. Possibly some of you just put, oh, this child was born so. So with that, they can get all this information and begin to try to attack your account. Some of us are falling victim of this issue, and it's not a pleasant one. Time will not permit me to play a video for you. It just happened on Sunday last week in Edo State in Benin. A civil servant, that video went viral. Maybe some of you saw it. A woman went to the ATM to withdraw money on a Sunday morning. She got there with a young man. She asked the young man, sorry, is he paying? He said, oh, I just got here too. I wouldn't know. You can try. And so she went to another machine. She tried. It did not pay. She left to the young man, oh, he did not pay me. So me too, they didn't pay. But madam, I have POS. So I'm a POS man. I actually came to collect money from POS to do my business. And she told herself, oh, better for me. Why don't you go to another bank ATM when the POS guy is here? He can just give me money. And so the guy put his POS, and the woman gave the guy his card. And said, okay, madam, put your, she says, she said, savings, say, take, put your PIN. She said she put her PIN. And less than 2 minutes, less than a minute, the guy gave her back her card. Ah, so madam, sorry, the thing is showing that there's no network. Maybe this network is something. They did not pay. And she checked her phone. She was not debited. So she left. Let me go to the next bank, just about few meters away from where she is. Before she got there, she started seeing debit alert, 50,000, 40,000, just going. So what happened? The guy had a cloned POS. As soon as she put a pin on that POS, the POS clamped her pin and it was being used. There are so many hotels across this country. I don't want to mention some hotels that if you use your POS there, you are gone. Is it filling stations? So how do you enhance your social network security? You must learn to use very strong and unique password. Stop using your husband name. Stop using your wife name. Stop using your birth date. Those things are easily that they are guessable. Anybody that goes to your Facebook page and see when you were born, they can guess your password. Use phrases. Use maybe a capital letter A as in capital letter, small letter. Make sure every password you use some special characters. Who can tell me what I mean by special characters? Anybody? One, just two guys. Anybody, please. Special characters. What do I mean? Who will tell me, please?
Yeah, special characters, example, art, underscore,
art, good.
Slash.
Beautiful, yes.
Exactly.
Asterisk, good, beautiful. Yes. Asterisk, hash, star, all those those special characters. You know why? At the back end.
And even currency. Symbol.
Good, currency symbol, yes. Dollar sign, pound sign, yes, good, beautiful. You know why? At the back end, if you put A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, they can see all those at the back end. Where they hack, the tools they use, you can see it. But those special characters, you can't get them as programming tools at the back end. So it is difficult to hack into your account. Some of us, you're on this platform, you have been on WhatsApp for the past how many years, you have not done the two-step security verification on your password, on your WhatsApp. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. You may say, no, I don't have bad friends, but you belong to different group, your estate group, your church group, your family group. As long as you belong to a group where you have other people, you're not in public. You're like a man in the market square. You open your wrapper naked. That's where you are. Everybody can see your nakedness. So after this meeting, I want to encourage you, go back to your WhatsApp, go to settings, you will see it there, security. As you click, it will tell you two-step verification code. It doesn't take you much. Put your email, put a unique password, and then activate it. So even if they hack your WhatsApp, it is difficult for them to hack into your account. That can save you. Number two, two-factor authentication. Some of you, if you're using your bank account, some of us, I'm sure nearly everybody here, you have an app on your phone you use for your bank transaction. And sometimes you can lose your phone. Sometimes they can steal your phone. Sometimes anything can happen to your phone. So what do? Ensure you have what I call the two-factor authentication. What that two-factor authentication does is that it helps you something like there's an app also called an authenticator. You can download that app on your phone. Now, if you enable that app on your phone, this you can use for your email, for your WhatsApp, for your phone, anything at all. If you link it to that authenticator, even if the person gets your password, it will ask that a unique code. Okay, the easiest way is this. Some of you, if you are using you're opening your bank account on your phone for the first time, they will say what they call OTP. OTP, okay? I'm sure you all know the meaning of OTP. That special number they send you, that times it is 4, times it is 6 characters, those numbers they send you. One-time password. If you are booking for an airline, you want to pay through your card, they will tell you, go to check your phone. This is what they say, Yabi? Okay, that's good. So I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about now. So you can get that authenticator. That helps you. Even if you put the password, it will still ask for that second. So it's a 2-layer security. The first one is password. The second one, you are putting another layer. You are making it difficult for them to hack your system as much as possible. In this Yuletide, as you go to your village, as you go home, as you buy things, because cash, there'll be cash crunch. Take it from me, there will be cash crunch. People want to get money from POS. And yes, we have good POS guys. We also have these bad guys that also have POS. They've gone as far as bring their own POS from China now, trying to configure it. Thank God for the CBN, trying to put some regulation to manage them. So you need to, as much as possible, put a layer of security on your phone, for your email, for your bank account, as much as possible. When I say unique password, you can even use phrase. You can say, I love FOSHA. Nobody will not think that you use I love FOSHA as a password. I love FOSHA, aesthetic $sign. They can never guess that. Spike for me. The 4, F-O-R-O, turn it to numeric, 4 number. Then continuous, cautious information sharing. It's not every platform you see. Let me also tell you, please, stop downloading free app on your phone. Those apps may come free. Free this one, free that one, free Touchlight. Those apps may come free. But what you don't know is that those apps, behind those apps, there are also malicious programs that begin to overwrite into your system. They overwrite into your phone. They steal your information and pass it. It is called it's called we call them backdoor viruses. You just pick up one money, you find out that your phone just went blank, and that is the end. So all this is why they were stealing your personal information, your bank account, and all the rest of them. Number 4, stay informed. Ensure that what we are doing now every month and you come to this meeting, because definitely you will definitely get one or two tips that will help you, to begin to know how you can keep yourself from this danger. So your password should be complex. It will be like I said, a combination of both uppercase, lowercase. Uppercase means capital letter. Lowercase means small letter. Then special characters. As I said before, avoid any guessable information like your birthday and all that. Avoid them. Then your length of your password. Stop doing 2, 3, 4 passwords. Make it as long as possible. The longer your password, the more it is difficult to hack. The longer your password, the more it is difficult to hack. Like I said, also, unique password. Ensure you have very unique name. Don't just use birthday, 1945, 1661. No. Use unique things, use phrases, things that that is difficult to have. Then regular updates. Get to learn things like this. And then password managers. Some of us, we have a diary, you put your password, you write it down somewhere. Ensure that diary or that document is kept in a safe place. The day it gets to the wrong hand, you are gone. You are gone. Then, if you're using your ATM card, change your password every 3 months. Every 3 months, change your password. It is very, very, very important. Please, every 3 months, ensure that your password is changed. Why do you do that? The essence is to help you, people that have used a PIN before, they know about it. They keep on thinking that, and I know my mommy PIN, I know my auntie PIN. We've been in a meeting just some months back. One of the professionals just came to the meeting and said, Doctor, in the morning, I sent my son to go and get 2,000 from my account. I gave him my ATM card. He came back. But I just noticed that as I came to the meeting now, I said, "Listen, alert. One from Lagos, the other one from Calabar, different states." These guys are smart. They are working day and night on different tools they use. It's not every POS you go. Don't use POS in the park. People just hawking POS. No, go to a shop where if anything happens to your phone or to your system, you can hold the person you're responsible. You have a shop, you have a place. You have a place. I'm going to go with cash in hand all of the time. No, but as much as possible. If you must use your ATM on the password on POS, ensure that account you only have what if it gets missing, you can manage it. Don't use your personal life savings, your pension account, and get a POS, an ATM. If they hack it, you are gone. How do we promote self-awareness and digital literacy? Self-control. It's not all platforms you register. Somebody say, there's one platform now. If you do this, if you do that, you get this, you get that. No. Self-control. Not everything that is free online you must apply for. Self-control. Remember that every time you put your name, your email, your phone number, once your name, your email, your phone number is there, what is left? Your PVN. It can be guessed. So self-control is key. Then digital literacy education. Whatever you have learned today, I will send this. I will send this material to the headquarters. We send to all of you. Please, before you start sending your children out to school by January or to anywhere, teach them, educate your children. Your kids in secondary that uses phone, please educate them, because once they can hack your children's phone, you are not immune to it. Then privacy protection. And make sure that you try to protect yourself. In private. Then password and authentication is very important. One of the best part, like I said, use complex password, regularly update your password, avoid common password, and then the one I called the multi-factor authentication, that is MFA. This particular MFA or multi-factor, what I meant is that you must use strong authentication methods. The essence is to safeguard against every various kind of hazard, providing beautiful high security. That is, it is very important you implement this robust authentication method. How do you do that? Simple. We have smart cards. We have biometric. Some of you, your phone is your thumbprint that opens it. Some of you, is your iris. You can combine it, thumbprint and iris. My daughter was just 4 years old some years back. And when she was 4, she liked using my phone to play games. My phone, the battery was low. I needed to charge the phone. I plugged the phone. She said, "Dad, can I use your phone?" I said, "No, let the phone charge." And I went sleeping. You know what she did? She unplugged the phone. She ensured I was already sleeping. She unplugged the phone, came to the bed, took my right thumb, touched where I used to press, and the phone opened. I only woke up, saw her play with my phone. "How did you do it?" "Daddy, I know it's your right thumb now. I just put it, and it was working." Are you following me, please? So, as much as possible, what you can do is increase the layers. You can use your iris, use your thumbprint. You can combine the three, even password, iris, and thumbprint. So if they break one, before they can break the other one, it will take quite a lot of time. These are how you can bring in multi-factor, authentication. And then you also know about token base. If you are here, you have a company, and your corporate account is online, try and have the token they give in the bank. That token you press, it displays the number. That number, once it is gone, is gone. That will help you. Okay, that will also help you to see how you can then passwordless authentication is also another way you can also use to implement whatever I've said. I've just explained using the smart card, that has digital certificates and that requires a PIN. I also talked about the biometrics, whether you're using your fingerprint, your scan, and all that. I've talked about the PKI with cryptographic keys. That will help you to also encrypt your data very well. And then your tokens, which you can use, can be one-time token. It can be a continuous token. You can use also. Then conclusion. Because of my time, I've done like 30 minutes. Now, how do we help ourselves? Let's be safe and be responsible to use the right thing. Your safety is key. Your safety is key. You have labored, you have worked hard for life. Your pension, one guy will just come and scam you off like that. No, be careful. Ensure safety and be responsible in terms of the social media you are using as much as possible. Don't put your past life on the social media. Some of you, to know you, all I need to do is go to your Facebook. I rented a house one day through an agent, and I don't know the landlord. We only know the lawyer. And so when your rent expires, you pay to the lawyer. Coincidentally, we had an emergency in the house that needed the landlords to approve. The lawyer was not to be found. And We are like 4 tenants in the compound, and they were all asking, how do you get the landlord's phone number? We don't even know the landlord. Because I was into security, I just told him, can I have the landlord's name? They gave me his full name. What did I do? Facebook. I got his full name, I got his address, I got his phone number, I got all about him. I got his children, his wife. When we called him, he was not picking, he was out of the country. We called the wife. The wife picked. Don't put your entire life on the social media. Self-awareness and privacy protection. Promote self-awareness. So we are teaching you. If you have the grace, these scammers that come to you, they tell you what they tell you now, sweet story. So they will call you on phone. Yes, I'm from the bank, I'm from a bank. Are you not so person? The person is not on your phone, it's not on your contact list, and it's telling you, you're not so person. Which bank will call you and ask you of those things? Even banks always tell you that nobody will call you and ask your BVN number. Let's be careful who will tell our personal life, especially on the social media. Digital literacy is good. You must learn to educate others. You're learning something today, don't let it alone. Ensure people that are around you that you teach them. It's very, very important. Teach people too. The more you teach them, you are saving yourself from calamity. You are saving yourself from problem tomorrow. Now, conclusively, we have understood that password security best practices is like the multi-factor authentication I just told you. Strong authentication methods. All these are vital to maintain a very secure digital environment for us. Let's try and protect ourselves against these various threats that are essential for us as an individual, for our family, for our organization, as we look forward to safeguard all that we have, our information and systems, from unauthorized access and data breaches. One wrong breach, through you, one wrong breach, maybe you're working in a place, it's a very sensitive position. Your laptop is exposed to everybody. No. Get a password. I know of a young man that went to prison in Abia, precisely. A young man working in the bank. He went to prison. Why? What did he not know? He's a banker, the teller cashier. He just stood to use the restroom and told his best friend, "Over the come, I never log out to I beg you come." Before he came, his system was used. And guess what? Not in the jail. Only God saved him. So please, let's be careful. If you're in a vehicle using your phone, the person behind you could be spying on your phone. Try if you're using a screensaver, it could be dark a little. Sometimes I will reduce the sharpness of your screen. That's very important. You must use ATM. Ensure that look sideways on your shoulder. If anybody behind you is trained to look into what you are doing, your PIN. Very important. Block those avenues. These more tips, I'm sure it will go a long way to help us. Our time is fast spent. I don't have much time. I would have loved to give you so much of it, but I believe we have learned one thing or the other. I will stop here because for our time. Please take control of your social network, protect yourself and safeguard your family, your information throughout this youth period and beyond. Your information is your life. Data is life. If you play with it, one wrong data in the wrong hand, you are gone. May God help us. Thank you for your time, and I hope I have not bored you, but I've been able to teach us one or two things. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chris Mitchell. Really appreciate that training. I'm sure we have all learned a lot from this meeting. Very, very sure. Because even if you say you have not learned, I have learned a lot personally. So I can easily guess that for you as well. Thank you very much. And we are grateful for that. All right, Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Walaka, you have something to say? Let's hear from you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Chris, for that wonderful message or training for us. Because we're in the digital world now, there is very, very need for everyone to be very conscious. Mine is not going to be a question, but it's going to be a contribution to the wonderful presentation you have made. First is the issue of putting locations in our phones. If I should ask every one of us on this platform, check your location of your phone, you'll find out that they are all on. They are all on. With that, Google automatically, Facebook automatically will display where you are. The signal of where you are in the airport, you are in UK, you are in London, you are anywhere. It indicates that. So you have to make sure that the location of your phones are always off. If you want to use a map or you want to use whatever for address, for location, after you finish, turn it off. Turn it off. They can use it to trace you. It's part of the security and safety. Use of POS, Dr. Chris rightly said that whenever I'm in Nigeria, if it's not a very standardized organization, supermarket, my POS can never come out. I have been in some shops. When I'm done, when I look at the whole place, it's not well refined for me to use my POS. I'll ask them, can I make transfer? They say no. They say, okay, it's only POS. And if I see, I say, okay, no more business. I have to dump everything and leave because some of those shops you see are manipulated. Even filling stations, as he rightly said. In some filling stations, some of those boys you see have their own POS to collect money and have the owner POS. So a lot of criminalities are ongoing, even without the owner knowing. They have their own POS to collect, to steal out money from the shops or from filling station and all that. So, and another issue that we need to take very serious is the issue of posting photos on Facebook. You are in the UK, you post photo. You are in Canada, you post photo. You post photo of your children, everybody that you have traveled. That is exposing your whole family, exposing everybody. Such incident happens sometime. For over 15 years, I've been on the network. Go and check. You can never see, because I learned some of these things he's teaching long ago. You can never see me anywhere. You can only see me in a function. Is it? Because once you post that, those that knows that you have traveled out of Lagos to travel to vacation with your family, children, you are dancing in airport, you are dancing somewhere, they will go and rob the house. They will plan for one crime or the other to come in before you are back. So they use that to monitor. So you have to cease out from social media posting of photos, posting of family posts, so children photos and all that. It is not necessary. You're only exposing yourself to the dangerous world. Then another thing I want to say is the issue of the putting your phones unlocked. You know, before now, I don't do that. But in the recent time, all my gadgets have to be unlocked. Because I've lost phones before now. Many of us sometimes lost our phone. Anybody can access all the information, access all the tab on your phone without any issue. But in the recent time, if I should lose anything, no issue, no problem, just buy another gadget, put my Gmail, everything goes back. Now, if they try to hack into that my gadget, they can't. The highest thing they will do is to format it. So once they format it, they cannot access my information, my bank information, or anything on that phone. But they can steal the phone, but my information is nowhere to be found. That is one very key security. Than leaving your phone unlocked. If they should steal it or you should get lost, you are vulnerable to a very dangerous situation. Thank you so much. This is just few, but I think knowledge is profitable to directors. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for that knowledge shared. It's an addition to what has already been shared. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate it. Okay, the Chief of Staff to the Regional Administrator, Mr. Harrison, you have something to say? Please, you can go ahead, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much, our distinguished fellow, Dr. Chris Michel from Port Harcourt. The addition I want to add is unsolicited links. We might not know, but if we are talking about security and safety, the first thing that we have to put in our mind is the issue of greed. The only thing hackers won't use to get most information, especially from device and links, is just for few persons that will fall into like a greedy situation. You see them put a link, click this to get 50,000 naira. Click this. Those are the perfect example that you know that these links are targeted to get your information. So if you on your location or you off your location and you still click that link, all you just need to do, you will see a similar website. It's called phishing. It will ask you to re-log in. As you are logging in, you are just submitting your details. So ensure that once you see any link and you don't trust or you don't know the source of the link, don't just click on it and delete. Don't click that your browser will now minimize and you link open. That's a very bad thing and it's not good at all. If you just see any link that's not having a good website, you see .byl, the .sa.za not ending well, and the link is not even corresponding to the title of the message, please don't click. So that's my contribution.
Chief of Staff, you said something very, very, very key just now. Please, any website, there's a padlock at the back of any website address.
Yes.
Any website that
Exactly.
padlock, if it is locked, it means it is a secure site. Anyone that padlock is not there, let's be careful what information we put there. It means it could be a phishing site or a phishing site. Sometimes they send even SMS to tell you you will earn some amount of money. Don't click it. Don't even read it. Now, what they do now, they send you a legitimate email with attachment. If you don't know the owner of that email, you are not sure of the company, where it's company, you're not applying for any job, please don't open that email, that attachment. If you open it, you have sent virus into your system. That's the beginning of more problem.
All right, thank you very much for that. Again, we should always be looking out for, just as the Chief of Staff and our distinguished fellow, Dr. Chris, has said, links that comes with HTTP without an S, they are fishy. Those things we should always know that they are insecure. That means if you release password or anything, anybody can steal it. It might not be from the person that has the website, but anybody that is scrolling through the website can be able to steal any information. That is why it's advisable. Any link that doesn't have that S, which means secure, if it doesn't have it, please don't impute any details, even if it is legitimate. Even if you know the owner of the website, it's advisable you don't impute your details, like your card details or passwords, because it can be hacked by anybody which doesn't have any affiliation with the owner of the website. So they are very, very risky too. That is just an addition to that. Okay, Engineer Onoma, please, your hand is up. If you have a question or a contribution, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Our able presenter or moderator. I also want to thank Dr. Chris and our very able safety minister for the presentation and all the additions. Yes, I just want to add a little to all that have been mentioned. And mine is that if we must click any link, for example, or it may not even be a link, maybe somebody sent a web address for you to perhaps apply for something or search for something, please look at the address very well. The name that appears before .com or before .org is actually the official name. So if what you are looking for or the company's site you want to go to, that name before .com or before .org does not tally with company name or the official name you want to make a search, please don't click it. Because sometimes you just see one name, you may see that name, then you now see another one before that .com. It is not the correct site you ought to go. Please always ensure you look at that address very, very well. These hackers are all over, and they have devised quite a lot of means to be able to ensure that people fall prey for them. So we should be very vigilant. We should look very well before we click, whether it's a link or an address or something. That's one I want to make. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Noma. Yes, this thing you just said now is very, very practicable, because a lot of persons have taken advantage of it to use it and defraud people, and they think they are actually relating with the organization. For instance, now, if a website is claimed to come from OSH Association, it's supposed to be oshassociation.com or oshassociation.org based on its website, if you know the website I used before. But some fishy, or let me say some hackers, can go to the extent of writing oshassociation.abc then .com. Now you see that the domain is abc.com. So OSH Association is just added and can be registered anywhere. but you can now see oshassociation.org registered in anywhere. And we should always take note of that. Check what is before, what precedes .com or .org, not what comes before the domain name and then the .com. Because if we are looking at that now, a lot of people have been defrauded, they have been attacked, their email has been hacked, their details has been extracted because of this kind of mistake. Thank you very much, Engineer Onoma, for pointing us to that direction. It's very, very important. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Hello, Dr. Ronald, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
You
loud
can
and
go
clear.
ahead. You can go ahead.
All right, just a little addition. First of all, I really want to appreciate Dr. Chris. I call this his lecture a bomber, so I call it a bomb. Each and every one of us will need this very lecture. Not like it's so new, but at least to reawaken our mindsets and keep us more at alert, especially in today's Nigeria. Having said that, I want to bring our attention to many of us who are job seekers. These hackers use this medium to take advantage of us. I was almost a victim of one, but thank God, because of the knowledge I already had. What they did is they used shell websites, and everything seemed to be very real. And the HR that wrote me his name. So, but what got it more suspicious was the benefits were so lucrative and very juicy. So I became a bit worried. This is in today's world, it's not going to be like this. So what's happening? So I had to do my further check. So I had to personally search for the HRO on LinkedIn. I got his details and I personally wrote him. He didn't reply immediately. It took him almost like 2 days, but I was very patient. At the end of the day, guess what? The man said, "This is not me. I have no idea of all this. Please, they are scammers, stay away." Immediately, I aborted everything I was doing, and that was it. So these guys could be very, very smart. They could dress up things very well. So we need to always double check and check and check and again before we take any step. More importantly, those of us who are job seekers and looking for a job, be very careful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ronald. Thank you for giving us that update. Yes, they are smart, but we should be smarter. That is it. That is why we have the white hackers as well. So even when the black hackers are trying to hack details, the white hackers are always there intercepting. So we should be on a guard. Whenever we find issues like this, we should be able to tackle them right away. Okay, I will take one more question or contribution from, I'm seeing a hand up. Engineer Sylvester. Engineer Sylvester, please, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Sylvester Aziegbe is my name. Okay, thanks very much for the opportunity. I want to ask a question. Supposing maybe you went through your accounts and you found that withdrawals have been made, maybe not privy, you know that you would.
I think your network is
withdrawals. Okay, what step do you protect that account? Thank you. Hello?
I think your network is a bit lagging. You can type on the comment section, then we'll address it if it's a contribution or a question.
Okay, so I'll do that. If you did not get it clearly, I will type it out.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. We will expect the question on the comment section, then we'll read it out. Okay, Engineer Emmanuel. Engineer Dr. Emmanuel, sir, you can go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Just an input to what we just said earlier. You know, this issue of scammers is getting out of hand. I just remember that not too long, some time ago, I received a call from somebody telling me that my sister just had an accident, that the blood is bleeding, that he's dying, that he can't talk, and that she can't talk and all that. So I was a bit worried. I said, which of my sister? He mentioned the name of my sister. And at that point, I was just praying, taking spiritual safety first, praying that nothing will happen to her. But knowing fully well that there are cases like this because of high level of how bad the society, especially in Africa, have gone to, I have to warn myself, just call that my sister. I just called my sister. She called and said, how are you doing? How is everybody? I said, eh? Somebody called me that you're already dying, that you have, doctor say it's 5 minutes remaining. So this kind of cases is, I thought I've received such call about 2 or 3 times on different occasions. So we need to learn how to calm down, to really check, just like Dr. Roland said earlier. Sometimes they will also call to tell you, you should do this, you should do that, that check your phone, you just receive this, you just receive that. Different kind of intelligence. And if you don't take time, you will fall prey to it. You will just fall to it because they just plan the whole thing in a way that there won't be any chance for you to start thinking back. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Okay, there's a question here. Let me just read it quickly so that we can address it and then we'll move on. Now, the first one say, on the location, sir, I've heard about a case of a stolen phone, and because the location of the phone is connected with another phone, they were able to know the location of the phone. Considering this, is it still advisable to off our phone location?
Come again, just was I?
Hello, can we hear me?
Sure. Again, please.
Dr. Prince, can you hear me, sir?
Mr. Justin, please go ahead. We can hear you, sir. Mr. Justin, are you still here? Please go ahead. We can hear you, sir.
Okay, yes, I am still here. I just read a question out. I was expecting an answer for that. So let me read it again so that doctor can address this question. There are 2 questions, actually. I'll read it too. Then
okay,
he can just address it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay, on the location, sir, I have heard about a case of a stolen phone, and because the location of the phone is connected with another phone, they were able to know the location of the phone. Considering this, is it still advisable to off our phone location? That is number 1. Then from Engineer Sylvester, okay, I think let me just put out the 2 questions, then we can address it.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The second one from Engineer Sylvester, I say, my question, if you notice some withdrawal from your bank account or pension account, what step do you take to recover your money? Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'll start with the last one. If you discover that from your bank account, your pension, whatever account, money is being withdrawn from your account, the first thing you can do, if you have an app on your phone of that particular bank, open that app, and among your menu, you will see block your account or block my ATM card. Right there, you can go to the menu and do that. Secondly, every bank, they have their customer care. By now, any bank you bank with, I want to encourage you, try and get the customer care number saved somewhere. Once such thing happens, call the customer care immediately. My account has been hacked. Please block my account. They will ask you, what is your name? What is your account number? They will ask you some few questions to be sure that you are the person. Once that is done, your account can be blocked. Number three, you can walk into any branch of that bank, and then, they can do that for you. Now, if you involve the security, especially like police or EFCC and all that, if you are ready to follow through the process, your money can be recovered because if the money was transferred to another bank, with that bank they transfer it to, they can locate the person's account number, BVN, and all that, and you can get the person. If someone even swindle you of money, if you want to follow it legally, you can even recover the money in Nigeria. But most times we are not patient. That's about that. Then about the positive about location. Also someone will advise us. If you are, anytime you take a ride, either your child, your daughter, anybody takes a ride, please, even if you are not talking to your father, mother, or brother, just do what I call a cold call. Just from as if, hello, daddy, I just entered one Uber now. The reg number is ABC214XYZ. I'm going to XYZ. So if the person is of outward or maybe a wrong motive, automatically his identity has been unmasked. No criminal wants his identity to be known. Number two, you can share your ride. You can share that as your ride, your location, where you are going to somebody else that knows you, So please check your phone. I just share my ride to you. So he's scared that this person knows what he's doing. Finally, on the issue of putting on your location, why doctor said you should always put off your location is that people can track your movement from point A to point B if your location is on. I'll give you an example. If your location is always on, you find out that over time, Google will send you a message. Check the places you have been. If you click that at Google something, it's showing you all the cities, all the hotels, all the places you have gone to. So if someone is a hacker, they can easily track and know your kind of person. So it is not proper to always leave your location on permanently. But if you are going on a journey or for certain kind of places, there's nothing wrong with putting your location so that people can easily track you. Like what you said, the person said, with the location on, they were able to track the person. We do some security solutions. As much as your wedding ring, we can put GPS on your wedding ring for you so that if you are kidnapped, you can be recovered anytime. Sometimes I handled a case for a state. I'm not mentioning the state in Nigeria here. They were having high rate of kidnapping. We just deploy some solutions to the state government, where the governor will discuss, and be able to bring down that issue to the barest minimum. So this tip will go a long way. Like I said, keep updated. Try as much as possible. Read more about the personal safety. Try and see. Mostly your phone and your account is the most important thing. Once your phone and your account is safe, you can be safe. And self-control. Minimize how you share your personal information out there. Very important. Thank you. I hope I've been able to answer this question, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. You've been able to do justice to the question. I'm sure we receive insight in that too. So just a little bit on the issue of our bank account. Once you enroll on mobile application, there is an indemnity that covers that. That is why we have to be very, very careful, because banks will claim not liable for any damage that occur once you sign an indemnity and you have a mobile app. So once you put in your password, that is why releasing your password, or rather protecting your password or access code, is very, very important, which is a thing that has been discussed earlier. So we should be able to protect it, because if you lose your phone as a result of an authorized transaction carried out by yourself, please, it's very, very important, because the bank might claim not liable for it. And you, irrespective of how much it is, you will bear the cost. So we should be mindful of that. Please, because of our time, I will beg that every other question will be addressed later on in order for us to move forward. Please, if we are not able to take all the questions now, hopefully maybe we can schedule another session again to deal with this topic because it's very, very vast and a lot of questions are coming in. Please, if you are in support of that, can I just hear you say aye?
Hi.
All right, thank you very much.
Hi.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so we'll move forward to the next session now, which is we are supposed to take a speech from our regional president, but from indication is not available at the moment. So we'll move on to the next session, which is an announcement from this.
Hello, please. Permit me to make a brief remark on behalf of the regional president, Justin.
All right, sir. Right.
Yes, as of yesterday, he's still in Geneva because after the Nigerian conference, our regional president, Nigerian region, moves to Geneva for the UN conference. And he's still there as of yesterday evening, so he's still possibly told me that he's possibly going to be arriving Nigeria this weekend. So I've not really discussed. Possibly he's still on transit because he never loved missing meeting like this. And the meeting we had yesterday with the World Trade Organization and with the UN, I was in that meeting with him virtually, which he also traveled for that purpose, for the betterment of Nigerians and for the Nigerian economy and also for the safety, as the case may be. So presently, he's not available, and I believe his spirit is still with us. So let's proceed to other areas of engagement of this meeting. And I hope that all his movements, God will bring him back safely to Nigeria as he moves to the affairs of the association forward. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Walaka, for that. Yes, no, the president will always want to be around, except for some inconveniences or something that happened. So, which is one of it that we have experienced today. So, we are going to be taking the announcement from the Secretariat. After that, we are going to take reviews of state chapters, our activities reports. So, the announcement will be taken by Miss Rose Daniel from the Secretariat, Abuja. Please, Miss Rose Daniel, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, please go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right.
A little
Evening,
bit audible,
everyone.
please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rose Daniel, and I'll be taking the announcement for today's meeting. All members are advised to follow, like, share, and subscribe to all our social media platforms for regular updates and information. Check the comment section for details, as this will be one of the prerequisites for certificate of participation henceforth. All the OSH desk officers who recently joined the association are encouraged to always reach out to the National Secretariat of the association for strategic meetings with their various principals at various MDAs in order to enhance their operation as OSH desk officers. This is to inform all the OSH desk officers as well that members of the association to reach out to the National Secretariat to collect 2024 table calendar and the safety advocacy posters that was launched during the OSH National Workshop in August this year. The poster and calendars are to be placed as strategic positions within their organization. All members, including corporate members, are encouraged to reach out to the regional administrator for partnership, training accreditation of centers, training of staffs, audit, assessment, and consultancy of any kind. Members interested in any of the international events should show interest for further assistance. You should also kindly contact the regional administrator or visit the International OSH Association website to view the event. State chapters are encouraged to leverage on the directive of the Office of the Head of Service of the Federation to establish OSH desk office in all MDAs at the state levels. All the new members are encouraged to join their various state chapters and relevant working committee groups for regular updates about the association. For further details, please contact our national secretariat. Members are as well encouraged to ensure that they register their attendance during the meeting to enable them get their certificate of participation and presentation slide within 1 week after the meeting. Members who are interested in making presentations during our monthly general meeting in 2024 should also reach out to the National Secretariat on or before Friday, 22nd of December, 2023 for proper coordination of timetable for the year. State chapters are to send review of their activities for the outgoing year and their action plan for the incoming year to the National Secretariat before 22nd of December 2023. Thank you all for your time. I wish us all a splendid evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rose Daniel, for that announcement. Please, let's take note. And if there are any issues, there are some that you are not clear about, always reach out to the national office and you'll be assisted accordingly. Please ensure you subscribe to all social media channels. Ensure you subscribe to YouTube, especially to be able to get updates, because some of us complain of not receiving updates on events that happen. All OSH Association events are streamed to enable us have access to them, even when we are away. We can't attend physically. So subscribe and enable notification on YouTube. It will help to give you notification when the program is about to take place. Thank you very much. And ensure you fill the attendance, because that is where names will be extracted for your issuance of certificate and for you to receive the training slide for knowledge continuity. Thank you very much. All right, I want to hand over to our ED, Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Walaka, is going to take over from here and to guide us on the activities of the association. Thank you very much, Engineer Emmanuel Walaka. You can take over, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. At this point, I think I have a plan that by 2024, we have to try as much as possible to participate in all the international events of the association, starting with the Dubai Intersec Exhibition and Conference starting January. So I'm also directing all the African countries and all the nations involved within the jurisdiction to be able to try to participate. Many of us can always charge our organizations, encourage our organizations to send nominations, and you as a member of the association can champion that cause. That is my appeal. Then before the end of December, I think we'll be able to give you the 6 months activities of 2024 so that we can all plan, especially international events across Africa, Europe, and other concerned areas. Then another appeal I want to also make for Nigerian region, as much as we have gotten to this level, we have tried to change the narrative where safety is not just certification, safety is life. So let's all try to ensure that we have state chapters in 36 states. It's part of the ESCO's meeting we had last time with the regional president with his second tenure running, so that let's spread the good news of safety. Let's save lives, especially in Africa, where high level of risk of living is really abound. Let's try to spread the message of safety to our families, to different corners, local government. So for us to do that, there must be state chapters in every state. So let's work with the state, with the national regional administrator to be able to take up these challenges. Please, is an appeal so that we can escalate this safety message to the four corners of the country. It's very, very important. And there are so many benefits that is also attached to it. We see it. Another openings that I've also made the Nigerian region to understand is that the issue of training and certification. As an association, we do in-house training, as the case may be, but we don't go and conversing aggressively in the public, because there are business that are meant for our members. As much as we promote the brands and project the importance of the services we are providing, our members should be able to take advantage. Those who want to own training centers, accredited training centers in various states, in various locations, they have opportunity to do that. So the association as an institution cannot be dragging such services with our members, especially corporate members who are starting with that responsibility if they wishes. So it's a business for them. It's a business for them. So we are meant to manage the affairs, manage the administration, and manage the quality delivering and knowledge transfer to ensure that the right things are done. But members, there are opportunity, there are business for everyone in-house. There are business for everyone in-house, especially our chief executives, our MDs, meet some of them that are yet to be retired and some are retiring very soon. Take up, there are openings in this sector. And as far as Africa and all these developing nations are concerned, safety is a big business for us to take it serious. So, and the OSH Association has a bigger umbrella. We accommodate everybody, because we are pushing the cause and government is recognizing it, private sectors are recognizing. So let's use your network, your connections, make business for yourself. It's cause of changing the narrative in Africa, building the safety consciousness of people, ensuring zero incidents in workplaces. Let's make it a reality. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Doctor, for those information. We are going to work with it as much as possible. Thank you very, very, very much for always giving us updates and all the necessary information. Okay, with that being said, we can go direct to our members' input, suggestion about the association, the things that you want to bring to the table. You want us to show forth some questions that you have. We are going to do that within the next 5 to 10 minutes. And after that, we close this meeting. We have taken much time, longer than expected already. And I wouldn't want us to elongate this meeting anymore. So please, if you have something that you're going to say concerning the association, or any suggestion, any input, even if it is based on what our ED has said or some other things, you can please go ahead and say it within the next few minutes. 5 minutes time, we should be able to run off and everybody go and relax and prepare for week tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, since I'm not seeing any hand up now. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, I'll go Mary Jane. Please, ma, you can go ahead and say something. I have been expecting to hear your voice since you are one of the people that also encourage us even in this and inspire us as well. So please go ahead, ma, and make your submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Justin. You've done a great job today. I must commend you and the Chief of Staff. You guys have been running this platform very effectively since we started this meeting. I want to appreciate everyone that has made it here today. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. My input will be generally on the National Safety Advocacy Project. I was expecting that we'll mention it, but I guess it escaped us during all the discussions we've been having since. I want to first of all congratulate our regional president, our new regional president that is taking a second tenure. And he flagged off the second phase of the National Safety Advocacy Project. And I want to just mention it here that it's not something we as members would be hearing from other persons that are not members of FOSHA. For those of us that didn't make it to that event in Abuja and also did not stream online, I want to mention it that we are already on the second phase of the National Safety Advocacy Project. And I know it will be launched fully in 2024, but we need to prepare our minds, because if we don't plan, we automatically plan to fail. So every state chapter, every individual, we need to look at what we can bring to bear, what we can bring to the table to contribute to the National Safety Advocacy Project. It is not just a national project, it is everybody's project to advocate for safety in our workplaces, in our families, in our homes, in our environment, wherever we find ourselves. We should ensure that we are speaking safety, we are talking to people about safety, we are bringing them into this fold of safety, so that at the end of the day, we can reach the target of ensuring that we have 2 million minimum safety advocates, safety professionals in Nigeria within the next 2 years that we have set at the second phase of the project. That will be my contribution for now. Thank you all very much. It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much for that. It almost skipped, but thank you for bringing it to our understanding again. Those of us that were there in that program, we see that so many organizations receive awards, and we are on the second phase now, just as you said, and so many things are still unfolding. So please, if you have not been participating as a corporate organization, please, it is time for you to get on board to ensure that this project gets it to what it's supposed to be. Thank you very much. All right, I believe we have a lot to say, but because of time, we might not be able to say all of it today. That's why I'm not seeing hands up. In our subsequent meeting, we can get more. And please, if there are anything as well that you want to say, maybe in subsequent time, you can relate it to the head office, the secretariat, and those information will be looked into and considered effectively. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm seeing a hand up. Engineer Rabi SK Adamu. Please go ahead, sir, and give your submission. Just make it as fast as possible. Even if it's 30 seconds, we appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm going to make it very fast. It would have been my question during the induction, but I didn't have the opportunity then. I think it would be nice. Nigerians are very religious people. We are either so much at the churches or at the mosque. So I think there will be the need for us to design a template for what we are going to advise people who are at the mosques or in the churches as regards safety. I think it shouldn't be restricted to only offices, ministries, departments, and agencies. You know, so many people that are religious, if you are not in the office or you're not at home, you're either in the church or in the mosque. So I think we should think of how we can work on the issue of safety at our religious centers. We thank God that these days the issue of Boko Haram is slightly going away. But you know what we have faced a few years back, and the issue of safety, it's of a great concern for us at our worship centers. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, sir. That will be taken into action, I believe so, from the national office and the state chapters. We should be able to include the churches and worship centers as well in this safety advocacy, so that it will not just be tailored towards organization, ministries alone. Thank you very much, sir. We'll take note of that. The regional administrator is here and is taking note of that, and every other state chairman, They are all here. They are taking note of that too, and we'll work with that. Thank you very much. Okay, lastly, let's hear from Dr. Mrs. Okanle Olufunke. Please go ahead, ma.
I want to sincerely appreciate our facilitator for the very educated presentation we have this evening. I just want to make a request as we go into the year 2024 that we should also create a platform, an opportunity for us to have ergonomics training, office ergonomic training against musculoskeletal disorders. I am a specialist in that area and I would like to provide some guidelines when the time comes. It's an aspect that is very, very important for workers that stay on a position for too long, especially the computer users. And we know that more than 98% of workers these days, they sit down, they get glued to their computer, which has a lot of musculoskeletal disorder. So for us as a OSHA, we need to be equipped with information and of course to be able to guide against some of those musculoskeletal disorders, which even though it's musculoskeletal disorder, but quite a number of times, some even feel that it has a visceral origin by virtue of the pain and some disabilities that might accompany it. So this is an aspect I just want to draw your attention to, that as we prepare for 2024, we should also look into that. Thank you very much for the program.
All right, thank you very much, ma. Thank you. We get every detail of that and we'll work on that as well. Please, Secretary to the Country Regional Administrator, please, let's take note of that so that we can always document it and work on those things that have been said. These are recommendations that must have to be put into action as much as possible. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for your patience, and thank you for waiting. And I'm sure we have gained a lot, even though we've consumed your time as well. But please bear with us and enjoy the benefit that you have received today in the course of this training. I want to call on my madam from, sorry for using that word, but it's because of the kind of person that she is to us, as to me as an individual. I learned from her in terms of moderating this program. Mary Jane Agogo, please, you help me and give us the closing remarks so that from there we can all close and go home. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Justin. It's my pleasure. Once again, I want to appreciate every one of us that has made it to this meeting. And I'm sure we have learned a lot. And what we learned today is actually timely. It's something we need for this period, because just as we go about our businesses, there are other persons going about counter businesses on how to start taking the monies that we have worked for from January till now. So Dr. Chris, we want to appreciate you for this training. We have learned a lot, and we know we'll keep safe in this period so that by 2024, we'll start the year well and won't have some of these complaints and issues. We appreciate you, sir. I want to also appreciate Ma'am Else Williams. It's always a pleasure to have you, our Executive Director from Belgium. Thank you so much for what you do for OSHA. Thank you for the passion and the drive. Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Walaka, our Director, covering Africa and the Eastern region. Thank you so much for what you're doing. We appreciate you so much, sir. Thank you. Some of us are a product of your hard work. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the regional administrator, the regional president, and every other staff that has put this together. We appreciate you. One word I want to give to us as we close, like our regional president will always say, don't forget, it is your safety, it is my safety, and it is our safety. We have to put heads together to ensure that we keep ourselves safe, keep our home safe, and together we can keep Nigeria safe. Have a very, very wonderful evening. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much for that wonderful message. We have received it. It's a good one. Thank you very much. All right. With this being said, okay, with this being said, I want us to just put up
Okay, I think Mr. Justin is having a bit of a network challenge. Please, we need somebody to just move a motion for the adjournment of this last meeting for the year. Another person second this, so we can close, please. Thank you.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
I, Kingsley Bok, move the first adjourn this meeting to the next sitting.
I, Ibrahim Balas.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I, Ibrahim
I,
Balas.
Engineer Aminu, move motion to second the adjournment of today's meeting. Aminu.
Thank you very much for moving the motion, and thank you for seconding. At this point, I want us to put on our microphone and put on our camera so that we can just say good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Night. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Osha, for this great
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Yes,
everyone.
doctor.
Merry Christmas in
Bye.
advance and
Thank you for that beautiful
Good night.
presentation.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good
Good
night.
night. Bye.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye. See you next year. 2024, God willing.
Who's your name now?
Bye. See you
Good
later.
night. Bye-bye. See you 2024.
See you in 2024. Wishing you a wonderful
Amen.
Christmas and a glorious New Year ahead.
Amen.
Love you all.
Love
Amen.
you.
Hey.